Hello, welcome to the update. I'm Susie Thompson. There are reports today a special police task force has been set up after a murderer in Victoria's Barwon prison was able to view documents with the redacted names of witnesses, victims and Victorian police officers. News Corp is reporting the notorious killer has been able to access the hidden names and details of 186 people. It's understood the prisoner was able to uncover the blotted out names after legal documents were sent to him in an electronic format. A man convicted of grooming and possession of child exploitation material 3 years ago has been found working at a family water park resort in southwest England. UK paper The Times says former Sunshine Coast teacher Dean Carrells was not picked up by the British criminal background checks. The 43-year-old has since been sacked, but he had been working there for 10 months. Queenslanders cleaning up after heavy rainfall can expect a further downpour and heavy winds in the state's far northwest. The Weather Bureau is predicting 300 millimetres of rain over the next 24 hours across the Gulf country and northwest. 2 tradies have been deemed local heroes after rescuing an elderly man who became trapped in floodwaters.
We just took the dog for a walk and had a bit of a look to see if the bank was about to break, to see how much water was going to come, and we looked down the end, there was a car hanging off the edge of the curb going into the spoon drain.
It was pretty scary. There was a pretty strong current, but when someone's in the water like that, you just don't really think what you're doing. The adrenaline just kicks in.
Livestock carrier MV Behasia has left the port of Fremantle with 17,000 stock still on board. The ship will remain at sea for routine cleaning after it left Australia almost a month ago and was turned around at the Red Sea. Vets have now inspected the sheep and cattle. Tony Seabrook from WA's Pastoralists and Graziers Association says there needs to be better communication between farmers and the feds.
Shambles would be the best way to describe this, and almost every single part of it can be directed straight back to the department in Canberra. The feeling out in the bush is one of utter frustration, anger at a government that's got its head in the sand.
The US has approved plans to strike Iranian targets in Syria and Iraq in response to a deadly drone attack on a military base in Jordan. US Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin says his country will not tolerate attacks on American troops, where the conditions are expected to dictate when the strikes are launched. And just 2 winning tickets have shared a record $200 million Powerball jackpot. The winners are a couple from Singleton in New South Wales, and the other ticket was bought in Queensland. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, huge news out of the UK with reports 7-time Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton will quit Mercedes at the end of the year. The 39-year-old heavily tipped to make the move to Ferrari for 2025. And figure skater Peyton Bellamy-Martins and cross-country skier Clancy Merrick-Harvey have led Australia at the closing ceremony for the Winter Youth Olympics in Gangwon, South Korea. In entertainment news, Billy Joel has released his first new song in 17 years. Turn the Light Back On ends one of the longest musical droughts.
As we're laying in the darkness, did I wait too long to turn the lights back on?
The Piano Man will be performing at the Grammys this weekend. And that is the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you later on for another update. I'm Susie Thompson.